Hey, Resurrection students. I'm Steve Schneeberger, the lead director for Resurrection Student Ministries. I'm glad you have taken steps to become a leader both in the church and your community by being a part of a lead discipleship group. As you wrap up this unit on biblical leadership, I want to share with you a little bit more on what it looks like to be a part of our church and also the type of culture we hope to create together for Resurrection students. Way back in 1990, our senior pastor, Adam Hamilton, had a big vision. He had a dream of starting a church in Kansas City where non-religious and nominally religious people could grow into deeply committed followers of Jesus. So he started Church of the Resurrection. Ironically, our first meeting place was in a funeral home. From just a few dozen people back in 1990, we've grown into 6 locations in Kansas City, plus an online congregation around the country, with over 30,000 people worshiping with us weekly. But you may be wondering, what is a non-religious or nominally religious person? Well, those might be people who say, yeah, I go to church on Christmas and Easter. Or they are your friends who say, oh, I only go to church when my grandma makes me. Or you might have friends that are spiritual, but just don't go to church. Or maybe you know people in your school who respond to you, that whole Christianity and Jesus thing, that may be for you, but it's not for me. Non-religious and nominally religious folks may even be those who have been hurt by the church or cast out by other Christians. It's a sad reality that some Christians treat others poorly because of their background, race, gender, or sexual orientation. Many people in our communities or friend groups have experienced what we call church hurt or church trauma. But here at Resurrection, we believe that Jesus is for everyone. The outcasts, the people who have made other choices, the ones that others have pushed aside or overlooked. We also want our church to be a safe place where you can bring your doubts, your questions, and even your church hurt. Whether you believe in Jesus or not, you may have huge questions about religion. You are welcomed here. We especially believe that's true for Resurrection students, where we will create a safe, authentic, and inclusive community where everyone belongs and has the opportunity to choose to grow and live out their faith. We want to cultivate a place of belonging that starts from the time a student enters into student ministry in 6th grade until the time they leave as a graduating senior. We want students to know that they are always welcome to ask questions and dig deep as they confirm their faith and choose for themselves to follow after Jesus. Then, as they become leaders in the group, like you are doing right now, they will continue to grow as individuals and as a community that follows after Jesus together. Finally, as they graduate, we want students to commit to living out their faith in the lifelong ways as they find new communities and places to continue to grow as disciples of Jesus. That's a beautiful vision and a hopeful dream for Resurrection students, but it takes all of us living into it and working together to make it happen. As leaders in your friend groups, in your youth group, and here at the church, you have the opportunity to model what it means to be a safe, welcoming, and inclusive community. And we hope you will continue to invite others into building this dream and vision together. So the Resurrection Dream started with Pastor Adam in a funeral home, but it continues with each of us, including you. Will you help make our church and our student ministry a place where everyone feels like they belong, safe, welcomed, and included?